Hello, how are you? Welcome to a new video for the channel. This time we are going to be talking about the new update that FundingPip launched in terms of their plans. Since you remember that this company only had two-step evaluations and now it has implemented one-step and three-step evaluations. Well, remember that if you are new here and you are interested in acquiring a discount with this company, in the description of this video I will be leaving you a link with which you will register and you will get a 5% discount on your first purchase. It is the only way to get discounts with this company since it has the cheapest plans and well, they give discounts until Christmas. So if you want to wait until Christmas, the discount will be there. Well, so we are going to be talking in a sincere way about how these steps have been. For me, it will always be better to evaluate two steps. Let's see that the prices have increased a bit. That is not bad at all. Let's remember that for a company to and the maximum total loss is 10%. The price is $36 and in the one step it is $59, so I think it is worth paying less and make 1% more and we will have more daily loss and we will have to pay less. So that's how I see it, but for example for people who in this case are in a phase when you are accumulating profit it will be easier for them to pass test, since they will not be reset if they go to another phase. I don't know if I explain myself. What I mean is that when you go in positive, that will benefit you and you could dasm a little more risk and pass. So this is the benefit of the one-step accounts. Let's see that the rules are the same in the master phase and well they would be paying us every 7 days as we already know that this company does. There we are already covering what has been the one-step stage, the leverage. Here we can see it in Forex it is 1.5, in indexes it is 1.2, in metals it is 1.2, in energy 1.1 and in crypto 1.2. The truth is enough with that leverage, in any can burn the account, so there is no inconvenience with that leverage. But that's what I'm telling you. If you accumulate profit, of course it is convenient for you to go for a one-step account, but if you are always conservative, I think the two-step one works better for you, since you are only going to make 1% more. You are going to pay less and obviously you are going to have more loss, daily loss and maximum loss. So that's my humble opinion on the one-step plan, but if we want to see the three-step plan, if you are short of capital, well this would be a good option, since if we realize a $100,000 account has a value of $349 and we are going to do some calculations. Those 3 for 9 are applied the 5% discount, that is $331 for an account of $100,000, $331. It is quite economical and you will be able to lose $6,000. It is not bad either, but we are going to be seeing and analyzing if it is worth it. In this case, I think it is worth it. Why? Let's see. It says that we can spend each phase in a single day. The maximum daily top is 4% and the maximum total top is 6% in both phases. In all phases, it will be the same and the profit target in each is 5%, 5% in one, 5% in another and 5% in another. So well, that would give you a 15% profit. If we analyze phase 2, always based here, we make a 13%, but paying less we are going to make a 15%, a 3% more. That 3% more that we are going to do to go to the master account, it will incur that we do 3% more. The leverage is still the same. So is it worth it? I think it would be worth a $100,000 account in this 3-stage model, although they will have less loss. So that is my humble opinion in terms of these plans, but in my opinion they will always be better the two-step ones, since they have the cheapest prices with which the Latin American community normalizes. For example, most buy accounts of $5,000. They are counted those who have a cash to buy an account of $100,000. So if you don't have enough capital, it's okay to start with an account of $36 of 2 steps. We already know what the model is in FTMO step accounts, which is 5% daily loss and 10% total loss, 8% and 5% in both phases. They all pay us every 5 days, but I'm going to tell you some rules that are going to be important so that there are no comments like, "But you didn't say this." So we are going to call me to frequent questions, and we are going to give evaluation and models. And we are going to give where it says, for example, 3-step model here. This rule will only apply when you are already in a master account, either 1-step or 3-step. This rule will apply only for those accounts. This only for 1-step and 3-step accounts, nothing more. The limit rule of 10 lots per day means that you can only open a total of 10 lots per day when you are already in a fund account, when you have passed the phases. If you exceed this limit, all open operations will close and you will not be able to operate until the next day. This limit is re-established at midnight. We all know how that works. This rule only applies to the master account of the 1-step and 3-step model, and it is not a serious infraction. You will not lose the master account for exceeding the limit off daily lot because the operations will close automatically. So that you are no tasking me. And in phase 2, does this apply? In the 2-step model? No, in the 2-step model we know that we have a free lot, everything we want. This only applies to 1-step and 3-step accounts. It does not apply for evaluation. It applies to the master account, that is, when the phases have already passed. Only that is the most important rule that you must take into account. During the evaluation, it is allowed to perform operations during the weekend and operate during the news in the evaluation stage. That is, in the evaluation stage you can operate all the news you want. When we are already financed in the master account, we know that we cannot open the operations just in the news, but we must wait 2 minutes before and 2 minutes later. So that means that, for example, if there is news at 7.3, at least you should have opened the operation at 7.27, but you may have had it an hour before, 2 hours before, 4 hours before, 8 hours before, all the time, but at least it must beat that time. About 2 minutes before that news so that you will not have any inconvenience because the operation closes automatically. It does not mean that you are going to lose the account or that you are going to remove the account. This company is not based on removing the accounts in a way that does. In a way that does not make sense, so they only have a system that will cancel the operations and open operations during that time limit. They have 3 platforms, MathTrader, Trader, and TraderLocker. MathTrader and TraderLocker are especially for people who live in the United States, but if you are from Latin America, you can choose Trader, which is the platform with the most years of development. I will always recommend Trader if you are from the United States. MathTrader for me is quite stable, and TraderLocker. But well, this was the update that I wanted to mention. There is my humble opinion regarding the comparisons of 1-step and 3 steps and 2 steps. I expected more from FundingPip, but well, there is always the evaluation of 2 steps. So if you do not like 3 steps and 1 step, nothing happens. They have the evaluation of 2 steps as well. So well, this has been all for today. I hope you liked this video. See you in the next video, in the next review, and so far this video.